What's up, guys? This is gonna be my first my first movie review that I do. I have the A-list, uh, AMC A-list membership, so I go to the movies whenever I can. So I was like, why not just do some movie reviews and stuff like that? So as you can see from the title, we're gonna be talking about weapons, right? The movie, it was a good movie. It was not a bad movie. It was just overhyped, right? The movie was just overhyped in my opinion. Um, I do recommend you to go watch it. Like I said, it's a good movie. I do recommend you to go watch it. But I would not listen to the people that just like overhyping it. That's just completely just like, oh my God, it's the movie of the year. Or I've seen some other stuff. I was just like, when I went to go see it, I'm like, you know, because I left the movie feeling like that's it. You know, I feel like they could have did a little bit more with um, with 217, right? Uh, One thing I didn't really get of the symbolism, maybe have to look at some breakdown videos, but this is just my review, how I thought, what I felt about it. But anyways, I wanted to understand what that the 217 meant, right? The 217 with the weapon above the house, right? That didn't really make sense to me. I really couldn't think of anything that tied to it. But the 217 just represented, I guess, when she did her whole spell for everything to work out, right? And they never explained why she needed the kids, you know? Like Alex, the little kid, he brought up he was like, okay, what do I need to do to get you up out of here? Like, you've been here for too long. My parents are in a coma state. They're messed up. How can I get you the heck out of here, right? She said, bring the kids, right? Didn't really understand what the kids were there for. I didn't know why she was there, why she was sick. Also, what about their dreams? How was the lady able to get into their dreams? They never saw her before, so how was she able to get into their dreams? Or was that a hallucination? That just didn't really make sense to me either. But enough of the negative, I guess, or like what I really just didn't understand about, but more so what I did like, right? So I did like how everything it started off on two. I guess it's based off of two scenes where they met at where everybody was in the conference, scene right before school started, and how they just went from point of views. We went from James' point of view, Paul's point of view. What was what was what was his name? Oh, Justine and Archer and Andrew. And I loved how all of their point of views, and it was kind of like by chapter, and it ended at a certain point, but all of them came back full circle to explain what was going on. And also, I did love Josh Borland, if I'm saying that right. He did great acting. Like, the acting was phenomenal. But I did like the fact that his character, or his character Archer, how everything leaded right back to Alex's house. Like, that was pretty good. That was some pretty good detective work, because for some reason that city didn't do what they were supposed to do. I did really enjoy that. I did really enjoy him putting the pieces together, and then meeting up with Justine, and like, oh, this is at Alex's house, and this is and that. Um, that part I really did enjoy. Like, the movie did have me on the edge of my seat the entire 2 hours and 9 minutes it was. Like, it was really good. I really did enjoy that. It's just the major part for me was just I, the climax. It just let me down for me. I just didn't really know what the heck was going on, or where she came from. They could have did a little bit more with that. But like I said, it's neither here nor there. I recommend you to go see the movie. At best, 7.5. That's still a good rating. That's above 50%, right? Um, Go see it. And that wraps up my review. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of want to just give y'all a little something. Of course, there's the spoilers in there, but just wanted to give y'all a little something. Recommend you to go watch the joint. Um, and yeah, till I meet you again.